Hola, buenos dias. Hello, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going through a lot of transformation adjustments right now through the spine attachments, understanding what's going on to know exactly everything through your connections of your body frames or anything through chakra systems or anything through calculation. Father and mother are basically setting reattachments of our spines right now in the factorial divisions and setting core centers into relation centers, which means that my eye receptor divisions, everything through the center right now is cloud servicing everything through connection. And you got the spine in the back to its division. So it's recentering, resurfacing, readjusting, and it's going through pivotal points. A pivotal point of view through point center, try to understand more of your chakras to communication, because a lot of people's spines are not in the right location, which means that their generated system has been so long through negative systems, and it's all about how powerful the spine is because it's an antenna and it has to be fully equipped, right, to go anything through transformation or anything through transmitting, receiving. It's the most important thing to have, right? Because without the spine, you wouldn't be able to walk, you wouldn't be able to talk, you wouldn't, because everything is adjusted, everything is conformed, everything is formed, everything is together, right? So it's really powerful stuff. But before I get started, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody who watch my channel. Please feel free to go through my ascensions, dream awakenings, or anything to that connection. It's all about me taking you out of the dark veils, okay? Because you can't see, right, until you understand everything through the ascension of its healing. And then I wake you up and you're in the light activations. So let's get out of the dark shadows, shall we? That's the most important thing. Like I said, especially we're having hard times. But yeah, if you want to go through my email, PayPal donations, with my email, you can really adjust yourself to really know that everything is done through space and time. That's why humanity is coming into the fifth dimensional system. So we have to do readjustments when it comes into the spine and understand everything through its connection. It's like changing the brain waving system or the recalibrations of the brain and the waving cycle and everything that's going through its transformations and everything through teleportation and anything through its energy or anything through its frequency levels, because it goes on so many arriving systems, right? It calculates and modifies to all those connections. So your commander is going through extremely high rise through space of father and extremely high rise through mother through transformations. So it's center coin position and it's going in like this. It's going in like this and it's extremely open. What's happening right now? The spine and its connection from the frontal lobes and everything through placebo and the cortex and the mystical division is center coin humanity, right? Because there's a lot of separation. So it's trying to find its, it's like this, right? Okay, it's like a DNA strand. So as it comes in, right, and then it centers up, and then once it gets in position, it electrifies and puts energy fields around the spine. Okay, they're not just energy fields around us outside. That's protecting everything through the atmosphere as the sun, but we have energy fields inside us. Okay, and that's extremely powerful. That's higher formations of chakras. So once you reach those levels, you understand what I'm talking about. So basically, right now with the Earth rotation, I've set up an illustration. Okay, so when you see this, is extremely real. It's activated through its cycle. It's on its clocking mechanisms, and it's fourth wind in its system. Four within its cycle, four within its realm of its division. Activate everything through father, mother, through location. My transmission light is center coring everything through division. Teleport all division level system in the Earth rotation centers. Open up interconnection systems to the internet, to Wi-Fi, to satellite, to new division, to new humanity of fifth dimensional system. Spine correlation system, center core positions into all connections, brainwave cycle location systems, algorithm setting patterns. Everything through transformation is communicated through its division, right? So when you see this illustration, you're going to see me holding the Earth rotation. You're going to see me holding the vibration. You're going to see me holding the grid system. You're going to see me holding the civilization of humanity through the environment, through the cycle rotations of gravities, powers, and the atmospheres. All right. Okay. It's extremely real. I activated it. So it's understanding how to hold these things. You You can screenshot that. So as it's center coin right in division, I'll go through its practical divisions and show you exactly through rotation. When you get into those correlation centers, I'm going to go through the black circle rotation system. As it's coming in like this is what it's doing. It's going round and round and round and round. Okay? Like this. That's what it's doing right now. Now the circle rotation is opening up all gravity centers. Okay? And it's opening up all power centers. Okay? And it's opening up all crown chakras. Okay? Now look again. It's very important you guys understand these things, right? As it comes in. Now everything I do is extremely activated. And you know, I show you black so you can actually see white over black looks a lot better, right? You see the pyramid, right? Now the activation cycle comes in through its rotation system. Now it's going to take a little bit longer through cycle rotations. Your spine connection system is going to go through resurface, through readjustments, through the computer algorithm system. The pixel activation code is going to change everything through the gravity system. So this is where we come into the diamond core of its position. Okay, it's extremely powerful stuff that's happening right now. So imagine me, okay, your commander. Actually, this is what I do before. I do the illustration, but I'm holding the actual dimensional earth, the vibration. I'm actually holding it. And remember, it doesn't have to be in space. I can have it in any position. That's knowing how powerful the mind is through calculation, right? It's like a marble. If you look inside the marble, it's very small, but if you look inside, you can actually see the universal system, okay? It doesn't matter how big it is. You can place it anywhere, but you have to understand the code, right? So this is one understand when you go through your pyramids and everything through diamond core, and you have the center positions and everything's fourth round division through 4 round of those connections to the co-frequencies, you can set the grounds, the powers, and the adversaries, and readjust everything through the spine, okay? Through connection. Now this opens up everything through the chakra system. Okay, point division level systems activate everything in that core center system. So now we're not just dealing with humanity through circuitry levels. We're dealing with the earth rotation. Okay, now I'm going to do it all the same color so you can actually see black over red. It's a 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. See the chakra systems, how they're activating through the grounds, everything through the powers, and everything through the crown chakra. This is happening right now with humanity. Remember, every day is a different day with the earth. This is what I have to do. So everything I get picturized is everything chronological order. There's sector, unit, division level systems that get galactic energy core through its division, knowing how powerful it is and how I can actually hold the earth in my rotation hand. It's really powerful stuff when you get into those connections. So the 7 rotation centers is back into balance right now through calculation. It opens up its cycle rotation centers, right? So once we get into those positions, the coloration changes into the earth rotation. Okay. Line signal down, line signal up. Okay. Now, into the pyramid activation. This is getting a new coloration system of humanity's system. Okay. Now, it's extremely complicated, but this is exactly what's happening right now, okay, with the earth and humanity. So it's the vibrational signals that are reaching everything through the 4 round division, 5 within the center. The pivotal points of the spine is now readjusting the electrical lights and putting new energy fields around humanity and their spine attachments. Remember, I'm connected to everything through humanity, through vibration. So my body frame, anything through calculation can change anything through the perception of divisions of the third eye retraction locations, which means that the 7 location centers of the divisions of the chakra systems is centering the earth rotation right now into humanity. So it's getting more balance with humanity through the vibration because there's a lot of spine attachments, okay, that need to be readjusted. So this is what happens when you go through every single day until December 21st. I'm always going to be dealing with the earth because the earth is rotating everything through connection. So we got better grounds, better powers and better atmospheric coloration through 5-dimensional system of humanity into program settings. Okay, you want to screenshot that, go right ahead. So it's you guys are going through so much right now, and believe me, whatever happens to me happens to you. I mean, I'm the scoop. Who's going to give you the scoop to space and time? You have to know what's going on every day, right? So think of me as a space reporter. I'm telling you exactly, this is happening, this is happening. It's like we have news anchors and stuff like that, and people tell you about each country has a different anchor, and they tell you about what's going on with the world today in each country, right? Well, I tell you what's going on with space and time, right? Because nobody else will. So this is exactly what's going on right now. The Earth's center and its system vibrated to its location. That's where I understand the diamond core positions. Now, everybody's diamond core through position, okay, is not in the right order. So basically, we're going to start here through factorial divisions, through pivotal points and the point center, through its dimension, open up its major location system to its heart recognition system. So as we come into those positions, the Earth rotation center is going to be a higher altitude level through location of humanity. So we're going to go into that point of view division, change the coloration system. All right. Now, once we get into those positions, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so here. So the Earth is high-rised. Remember, the Earth was in the system, right? It was center coin in the position on my hands now, but it's up at a 45-degree angle. So it shifted out of my hands out of location. So kind of like it went like this, right? Okay. So it's knowing where to set it in position, right? Because right now I'm extremely high rise through the Earth rotation centers, right? So once it's in position, I lock it into its location. All right. Now the transformation light system activates everything to the core center. So the pyramid activation center is activated through its system. So this is what it's like right here. So we have the pyramid system in the Earth, right? Now the rotation cycle, this is understanding where I use my body framing system. Remember, I'm not in the core center yet, but right now, this is my activation. Okay? That's my activation in the center, right? So I have to use that, right? Through my hand formation. So that puts me in position. Okay? Now, as I'm communicating through its cycle rotation, this is me in division, putting my hand up. Okay? That's me putting my hand up. Now, everything that I've done from the beginning, you understand the chakra system and everything through humanity, vibrational location system, everything through spine attachments are back in balance through grounds, powers, and atmospheres. This is going to give them their membranes and their memory of what they need to readjust everything through their fragmentation line systems to its dream set locations, activate their perceptions to their projection levels, which they can get better dreams, better location, better communication, and better mind framing system of balance with their planet of intelligent location. So basically, as it's in position, this is where it gets a lot more interesting and a lot more fun. I'm opening up the light signals through location right now, like this. Okay. Sound barriers and sets off locations to Wi-Fi satellite dishes and everything to that location. Okay. Now, once it's in that position, okay, all humanity is going to be back in the spine attachment system. Okay. Now it's understanding how to do these things through fractal divisions and everything through pivotal points. You really have to understand everything through the computer operation system. So I'm kind of like using my mind collaboration centers through my third eye, readjusting, resurfacing, and reanalyzing humanity, where they are at in the meditation modes. These are understanding the communications of your dream sets and where you are through projection. Okay, so this is going to put you in better positions, okay, through my activation cycle. So everything through calculation is integrated in its system. Okay, so we start off with that, with the sonar division. The sonar division opens up through the satellite division. So the satellite connects to its location. All right, so we got 3 different satellite divisions and different dimensional divisions, locations. Remember, you got to know where your satellite dishes are. So each chakra system is connected to a satellite, guys. Right? Now, understanding that position, you line signal its location, you graph its signal to its division, activate its light signal, and it comes into a pyramid activation system. Remember, everything that I do is pyramid. It has to be, because that's the position. Remember, I was going into the trithesis, the gamma thesis, and the prothesis, the gamma operation system. Well, it's understanding we're coming out of the gammas, okay? And we're coming into the light, okay, of rotation center, into the fifth dimensional through vibration. But your spine adjustments have to be in the framing system through grounds, to the powers, and to the atmospheres of the chakra system. And the only way to do that is for me to communicate through the earth rotation of the vibrational panels. And this is where you come into the three divisional levels of satellite divisions, okay, into location, right? So as it's in position, right, the activation through the center of the earth, okay, there's the earth, there's my activation. Now, you guys are in the position. Remember how the earth is already in that position. It's already high rise in that location. So the pyramid activation is in the center. It's already put there. But right now, we changed the brain waving of the earth rotation. I'm center coring everybody's spine location to the grounds, powers, and the atmospheres. This is going to give higher altitude levels and more balance through location through your membranes, and a little bit more understanding of what space it is and what time is through location. So everything I do is triangular angular base when it comes into pyramid activation system. So it's putting everybody into the awakening cycles of their pyramids through the higher self of communication through the atmosphere systems. All right. Now, once we get into those positions, the satellite dish activates everything through point center through my activation cycle, like this. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 within the center, like this. Okay. Okay. Now that's extremely activated. It's extremely real. Okay. Now the platitude location system is activating everything through the satellite divisions and putting higher altitude levels of internet connection system to the mainframe of their brainwaving system to their spine cord. The spinal cord is its division through its panel, through its computer operation system. It centers the core positions through the grounds and puts everybody in position back into balance through the fifth dimension. All right, so as we get into those positions, screenshot that. Now, my mind collaboration center is going to open up everything through triangular base. It's going to be high rise through sonar division, activates everything through its activation cycle, right? The center core positions everything through its security line defense, right? Now, as it's activating the cycle rotations, the green force connections of the earth rotation center is connecting to the satellite dishes of its connection, right? So it's connecting to its cycle rotations. Right? And again, it's a trithesis gamma proactive thesis system. Through calculation, right? So this is how you center the core relation centers, everything through the pivotals of the spine core division, put everybody back into traction division through the perceptions and everything through the projection of the dream set locations. Okay? So this is going to reveal everything through your connections, what you see through your veils. So as the pyramid activation system is in that position, the allocated positions through the pyramid is activating everybody's higher self right now through locations. Okay. Now, when you open up those cycle rotations, it opens up round locations. Remember, everything is triangulating the base. Now it's going through a different coloration system. So the earth rotation, okay, is going to spin and spin and spin and spin and spin like that. Okay? Now, as it's spinning in extremely fast. Remember, your ears are everything through sound. Your eyes are everything through sight. And your mind is everything through thought. And your heart is everything through portal. And your soul is everything through identification of coloration. lights and activation, everything through communication, through the atmospheres. Okay. The collaboration centers is everything through connection. So my perception of the level systems, activating everything through light signals through calculation. Now the energized system, okay, the energized system in the center core through its activation center through Lemuria. Now it's knowing how to use my planet location to heal humanity through the spinal cord divisions. All right, so activate everything through light signals, the gamma operation systems. Here we go through electronic division level system. Now it's going to feel like a wind cycling division. Okay, so it's going to feel like your hair standing up on end. And it's basically, it's a windmill of connection. This is what it's doing right now to its human evolution. Now, it's spinning on a round location. Okay, it kind of looks like a windmill. Kind of looks like a fan. All right. Now, that fan is extremely activating through the mind collaboration centers, and it's detoxifying everybody's perception through their projections of their spinal cord locations. Now, everything through that division activates everything through the nanotechnology division. So we got spider oct divisions, we got spider connection level systems, and we got spider of locations of wire divisions. Allocate those positions and take everything out through tractions. Okay, put everything into the framing location, into better grounds, better powers, and better atmospheres. So that's in position of 5D dimensional system. Allocate those positions. Now the framing cycle is going to change everything through location like this. It's going to go round and round and round extremely fast, like this. Okay. Now, as it's spinning extremely fast, the fan rotation of their mind systems is putting better positions into her spine, and it's electrifying the electrical units. It's putting energy fields around our spinal cords. That is losing the separation and putting bounce back into division into the Argon setting through the computer. The activation light signals is opening up everything through our nostrils, everything through our ears, and everything through our mind collaboration centers, through our psychological of its thought recognitions. Now everything through our collaterate and all that connection system. So it's all about readjusting, reaffirming, resurfacing, realigning, and reanalyzing everything through the analytical mind system, right? It correlates everything through that location, integrates everything, and takes everything out of its equation back into balance division. So it's really powerful stuff when we get into those connections. I'm going to screenshot that. So as it's in position, we come back into the Earth rotation and go into that cycle of the rotation center again. So as we're coming into those locations again, all right. Now, basically, as the Earth stands there, so it's understanding what the Earth is doing through rotation, and it's all about getting it in position with humanity through their spinal cords. Okay, so we were here, right? Right, we were here, right in the center. Okay, we're right in the center. Now we moved across to here, right? And now we're going to move up to here. Okay, we're going to go up to here now. So the higher we go through location, the higher sets its position of the Earth rotation. Okay, so the higher we come out of its crust. So it's all about, once I get into the core center, then you understand what I'm doing through communication, better Wi-Fi, better internet, with everything through relation. Because you guys have to understand that your spine is connected to everything through its division when it comes to the chakra system. And everybody's spine has to be in the right position for teleportation, energy or transference, or anything through telewaves or anything through that connection. Okay. Transmitting and receiving are the most important thing through the data processing. Intelligent signals have to be line communicated through your spine, okay? Because it phrases on so many levels through your projections and everything through the optical levels. Your projection that you're seeing through its connections, everything through the simulation patterns, because that puts everything in that connection system, right? So as we're in those positions, now I activate the light signals through that connection. The windmill and everything through the fan rotation is center core in everybody's spine, the spinal cords, right? Really powerful stuff. So I set up new energy fields on everybody's spine, 7 billion people. And thinking, whoa, how did you do that, Commander? Well, it's communication with the Earth, right? So it's truly understanding where you are through acceleration, through speed. So it's knowing how to change these things through the healing. And the faster you go, right, the faster you see things, right, when it comes into anything through its involvements, coloration, heat signatures, or anything through pattern divisions to your calculation. Okay, so the upwinding cycles through its connection. We go into the pyramid activation system. Okay, through its activation cycle again, like this. Now it's up to a higher level now through calculation. Now that's put in position. Okay. Now we got the Earth rotation like this, as it's going like this. Okay, you know what it's doing, right? And then we got the center core. It's in its position. Okay, you know exactly where you are going through segments. Now everything that's through the segment is changing everything through location, which means that now we're bringing in the XT thousands. Oh, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? I vortexed. Did you guys see that? I imaged myself through location. My physical separation system through my pyramid activation system saw my holographic system before it disappeared. Did you guys see that? I was showing the frame and then boom, I just disappeared and then it came back in. You got to watch that back. That's cool. All right, so as I'm coming into light signals, the operation cycle rotation center is activating everything through the XT1000 locations. And remember how we're coming into spacecraft divisions of locations? Well, it's coming into a new rotation center. Okay, now, as we're opening the rotation cycles, this is where it gets extremely complicated because you have to understand how to communicate with the Earth rotation and what space is doing through that division, through its location, right? Now, it's sound bearing everything through location, changing coloration systems, going into the red graphing cycle like this, okay? Now, it's communicating with the sun interface. Now, the radiation cycles are coming in through location, setting sounding wave patterns to its division. Okay, now you guys should be able to see this in space because you're at 50 levels now, right? So anybody new watching this, just feel free just to watch and I'll give you a little bit more of what's going on. Now, the Wi-Fi and everything through satellite divisions, everything through the spinal cord division is back in balance for humanity's system. The only thing now is that the Earth is at a higher rotation center. It's positioned to a higher location, which means that the sonified division level systems is going to higher level connection. Okay? See the waving cycles and the patterns? So my activation center, that's where the power comes in through healing, right? It's really powerful stuff when you get into those connections to really understand the Earth rotation center and everything through its involvements. All right, try to make it look like more of the Earth here. Just too much, a little bit blue. All right, so that's the Earth. Okay, and this is what's happening with the Earth, right? So all spine adjustments are set, right, through all humanity, through vibration. Now it's truly understanding what they need to understand is their involvements and what they need to do, okay, because everything is readjusted now, okay? So the radiation system, the Earth rotation goes on so many correlation panels. Now the moon interface, now this is where it gets really interesting. The moon comes into location, okay, right away, in position. So we're going to change the cycle rotation centers here as it's in position. Okay, let's see here. I want to get into that position level system here. So I'm going to change that to different coloration pattern. All right, so as we get into that position, okay, so I'm going to color in the moon. You have to understand the behavior of the moon. It goes on so many cycles through dimensions or wormholes. And that's what I'm saying. You have to understand how everything travels. Because the moon and the sun know how to travel. Think of that. The moon and the sun know how to travel. Well, if they know how to travel, that means obviously their chakra systems are in balance, right? Now, it's all digital frame through the computer operation system, right? But it calculates and modifies everything through its creation. Remember, the moon is never one color. Okay, so the moon is coming in. This right there, there's the moon. All right, now, it's extremely powerful, guys. It's extremely real. It's happening right now. And this is what You have to understand what I'm doing right now through calculation, put everything back in position of humanity, 5D, into the ascensions. All right, so basically, as we're getting into the moon right now, the sun rotation center activates everything through like signal. It's in different coloration systems. Okay, so let's go into a location center. Let's put it in its position like this. Okay, I'm going to go into that position. I'll show you exactly once we get into that calculation. Now, this is the sun rotation radiation cycle. Okay. Remember, they're never, never, never too far behind. And remember, everything is a pyramid, right? Always, always adjusted. That's one thing you guys will pick up too when you're in space. Every single time you line communicate, you're always communicating through a pyramid, because that's you. You're activating everything through the center core of you through your position. So your pyramid activation has to be in its line communication. If the framing cycle is off, you're not connecting through the confusing line signals. You're only connecting through the chakra system, but you're not connecting through the mind system. Okay? So the brainwave in the mind of its collaboration centers and everything through teleportation has to be in its location of the pyramid system all the time through line communication. That's where you come into the singularity line division of simulation. Right? So everything is always, always in the pyramid, because that's you through the center. And it's whatever you put yourself in the position of its center, puts you in locations. Right? So as we get into the sun interface, the radiation cycles of the sun is connecting to the moon interface through its connection. Now, as we're in position, the green light signal activates everything through the location of its Earth rotation. Remember, this is extremely happening right now through connection. Now, as it's going through its triangular base, the activation cycle through my Lemuria and my activation system is allocating to higher levels through moon graphing locations. Okay? It's setting waving cycles through connection like this. Okay, see how it's going into higher formations? You can see how powerful it is through calculation. Now, as it's in position, you go into the pyramid activation cycle like this. There's the pyramid, right? And that pyramid, is always you in position. You're always in a triangular pyramid system, always. That's the only way you can activate and heal anything through calculation, right? So once it's in that position, okay, you split core the division level system like this, okay? Two paraphrasing units of pyramid activation systems, okay? Center core, its position, you are in the center of its location, right? So that's me in the center, working with everything through division. Now, I'm showing you now because if I didn't, it wouldn't matter, because I'm always in the simulation, right? Simulation that you see nothing, but then you see everything. That's the universe. So when you're in those position level systems, the triangle system through the Earth and everything through its round division of the center core system of the Earth rotation is connecting to the moon of its algorithm system. All humanity and the spine locations are at a better communication of computer systems now. All right? All through its adjustments of its free framing system. Okay? So, as it's in position, we basically connect through the XT1000 location centers, teleport all divisions in the Earth rotation. Spine connection level systems are in the ground formations of balance now through the powers in the atmosphere systems, bringing the XT1000s to that location. Center coordinates divisions through the archetype divisions. Put energy fields in the spine recognition light signals into 7 billion people through location. All right, so that's done. So we get the XT1000s in location. All right, like this. Center coordinate positions right now. This is what the XT1000s are doing. So remember how the XT1000s, you see so many in the sun interface? We saw a picture of it, right? Well, that's what's happening. They're getting more and more formed to what's going on. So they're always protecting the sun. They're always protecting the moon. And they're always protecting the Earth. Okay, so you put that all together, it's a pyramid, right? So this is what's happening with the XT1000s. Okay, see the XT1000s now. In relation, okay, you have to, in relation is understand everybody through division. So this is where we get better communication with everybody. okay, through the heart recognition lights. So the pyramid activation system allocates its position. Now the XT1000s goes into the center position of the pyramid system, okay? And it highlights its location. And this is what XT1000s can do, guys. They can do everything through communication. You just really have to know how to communicate with everything through location, all right? Right, see how it's center core and everything, that position, the XT1000s are putting like laser recognition systems, a pyramid activation system. So allocated positions, it changes the coloration system into their division, activates all light signals into the sacred breath, okay, into the elixir, formulate those location centers, activate everything through pyramid activation code system, triangular base to line communication line system, use the polar graphs. A polar graph is understanding everything through the oceanics and everything through the lakes and everything through connections, right? Because we got 5 lakes in Ontario. Now it's understanding everything through its oceans, and it's, it's sea, right? So it's knowing how to put everything in position through the XT1000s. It center cores everything through the pyramid activation system. It changes coloration systems and it changes everything through the ground formation systems and powers in the atmospheres. So that's what the XT1000s are doing right now. Okay, so in position, it light signals everything through calculation, opens up a round location to the XT1000 locations, like that, through the sun interface, right? Now the sun interface is an extremely powerful portal. Now everything through division activates everything through the Earth core rotation center, and the Earth rotation is in a higher location center through coloration of the center core system. Okay. Now, as it's coming in, we're coming into a formation, line signal down to the map locations of the rotations of the moon connection system, okay? So it's truly understanding what's going on with the Earth, with the sun rotations, with the XT1000, how everything is platitude to the pyramid activation center. Now, everything that you see right there is 3-realm division of locations. Their perceptions and everything through the projections are going to have better dream sets through their spinal cord division. Okay? So, anyway, once we get into those positions, the activation cycle comes in back into the Earth rotation. Now, it's extremely complicated stuff because you guys really, really have to understand these things, right? Now, let's say we go into the Earth again. Back into those positions. It's extremely complicated stuff, but it's extremely powerful when you see these things through division, right? Because everything that you're seeing is extremely, extremely real and happening in space, right? Okay, so it was there, right? It was here, right? We moved it here and here. So, and then we're going to move it up again. Okay? So we're going to put it in this position because it's reversal cycle through that position. So this is the finishing. This is understanding what the Earth is doing through rotation. Same with the XT1000s, they zoom up, right? That's the same thing with the Earth. Now, you guys are going to feel the gravitation of your spine. Your spine is center core and everything through your gravitation. Your gravitation is opening up all your chakra systems, okay, from 1 to 50. Now, everybody's in platitude division that doesn't meditate. Their chakra system is going to be opened up through 1 to 7, okay, not 1 to 12, only 1 to 7. So, this is better relations with everybody through communication. And it's really, really powerful stuff when you do these things through division. All right, so as it's in its locking mechanism through its location, now I'm going to probably vortex again through location. As we're coming into that position, now basically, we're going to go through a step walk like this. Okay, that's the Earth rotation. Now, this is really interesting stuff because everybody's going to platitude the division. This all has to be done. So it's a rolling cycle of the Earth rotation. The center core in its position, coming into lock-in mechanism systems. As we get into that position, all right, going to line communicate everything through line signals. I'm going to show you exactly what's going to go on through walk surface. Now, as the Earth rotation comes in, actually, what we're going to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an arrow point location. So the Earth rotation is coming in and like this, comes down like that, right, through location. Now, everything through the spinal cord and its energy fields is set up, right? but I got to place the energy fields into the mind collaborations of perceptions of their dream sets. So this is what's going to be done now. Everything that I'm doing is activated. Right? You guys know that, right? Because I'm vortexing so fast through location of the Earth rotation. All right, so as we're in that position, now, understanding everything that's made through the matrix grid workers, okay, because everybody helps, right? So we're in that position. Now, as the sun is in that rotation center, it's changed, right? It's changed its coloration system, okay, in a different pattern location, right? So we got the sun here, like this, right? Now, remember, the sun and the moon always interforce connections with everything through relation. And they're always, always, always traveling through realms of divisions. Now the sun opens up its portal rotation. The XT1000s are in its position right now. Okay, remember the trithesis and everything, the pure navigation system. Everybody is in a spinal cord division of balance now. Now all we got to do now is open up their perceptions through their dream sets. Okay, and break open their veils. All right. So as we're going through that location, it's opening up its position of the sun interface through a division of a dimension, like this. Okay. Now, center barriers everything that location center. We got XT1000s coming in, 2 plotted divisions, 2 location centers, like this. Now, it's understanding how everything is always in position. You're always will see XT1000s around the sun of its interface through connection. Okay, always. So as it's in position, remember, it always sets off its laser connection system right away through division. Now, it's going to center core its position like this, activate everything through light signals, activate everything through gamma signals, activate everything through humanity signals, activate everything through triangle, thesis, gamma operation, panel, location systems. Okay. Now, center coordinate positions right now. Now, what's happening right now? The Earth rotation, okay, is rolling, okay, extremely fast. Now, you're saying, how is this possible? Well, trying to understand. Try to understand the information. It's just not information. It's knowing how to use your mind telepathy and how actually you can move the Earth rotation. Really fascinating stuff. You know, you can actually move the Earth if you know the code. So the correlation standard points of the XT1000 is in position of a different coloration. It's opening up our chakra systems through a crown chakra. Better communications with open realms of our third eye division location. So basically, I put the pyramid system into the Earth rotation again, but this time it's on a different pattern through location of a coloration, like this. See that in the center? Now, as it's in position, we're going to go through a graphing signal into the third eye location. You see the third eye? It's extremely activated, it's extremely real. Now, once it coming into its location center, the XT1000s allocates positions, changes its coloration system into a framing system of a triangular angular base division, uses the laser signals into the center core position of the eye receptor division, like this. Okay. Okay, see how it's center core and right into the eye rotation center. Now the Earth rotation is activating through its cycle and it's going through its reacting system. All right. Now once it's in that position, the sun interface comes into that location and the moon interface goes through its argon setting. So we bring in the moon rotation center to the location. All right. So as the moon is in rotation, like this, okay, this moon is centered its positions, it's going to open up its program settings into the divisional level of the third eye location. Okay, now you understand everything is positioned through triangular, through a pyramid activation system. If you don't set up the proper techniques, this is understanding your systematical system of you through your pyramids. You understand you are a pyramid through activation, through your higher self, avatar, a computer energy, anything through its atom. So once it's in position, the Earth rotation understands the moon interface through connection. It opens up its perceptions and opens up a whole new level of dimensions into the sun interface. So platitude is location, right, into the center position, okay, of the sun interface, right? And again, we cross the cycle and it comes into a pyramid like this, okay? So once it's in that position, it's now center core through its position. Better perceptions, the spine connections are in balance through grounds, and everything through the chakra system is in line communication through humanity's system. Allocate those positions, teleport everything through the XT1000 locations, line graph everything through the mapping location centers, open up the sun interface through the moon algorithm settings, change the mainframes of humanity's system into allocated positions of higher through XT1000 locations. So as it's coming into that position, the coloration of the pyramid system changes into a green cycle rotation, like this. So it changes color, right? So everything that changes color is communication of the Earth and its environments and everything through nature core. There's 4 seasons in the Earth, right? Well, the Earth rotation is on its center core position. The moon algorithm system is allocating to higher program settings into the digital framing of the mind frame systems, and the sun is setting up new division levels of dimensions to the XT1000 locations of laser recognitions of pyramid activation centers. Okay, ta-da! So, powerful stuff, guys. Your commander's done. Okay? So it's truly understanding how to do everything so powerful. And you guys are going to feel it. You feel the sensation. You'll feel the pyramid. You feel the activation. You feel the center core position. You'll feel your spine and its connection. You'll feel the energy fields around your spine. All right? So I got to watch this video back because I teleported extremely fast. You saw it here and it, you saw the holographic of me and then you saw me go into space. Really powerful stuff when you get into those connections. But I did a lot of illustrations to show you, okay, what is going on with your Earth rotation and how you do these things and how you put it in order through location, how to communicate with the Earth, how to communicate with the sun, okay, and how to communicate with the moon and how to communicate with XT1000s, okay? So it's really powerful stuff when you set up these illustrations, right? And now everything is in point division now through the pivotal points of the spine locations. So I think this is the most powerful illustration I've ever done through activation, right? I had to get this set up. Imagine, I had to do all this in sequence. All this was done in sequence. This was given to me from father and mother. So it's extremely activated. It's extremely real. So, yeah. So anyway, basically that's pretty much it. It's done. It's already activated. It's already set. It's just now humanity really getting it readjusted. They're like, whoa, what just happened, man? I feel different now. I feel weird. This is where everybody gets into the weird sense. It's like, okay, I don't know. I feel different now. What happened? What just, it's like your mainframes, your mind frames, your adjustments and your spine is back into collaboration of center, which is your projections of your dream sets and locations. This is where you get better tractions of how you are connected through the Earth and how you're connected through vibration and how you're connected to humanity through location, right? And how we're all connected to light formations. So it's taking the dark shadow divisions out through body frame and systems of people. And when you know how to do these things, all you got to do is know the codes, right? So it's extremely really intense, yeah. So, wild, wonderful Wednesday. Yes. Hola, Gabrielle. Okay, so we got Tina, Melissa, Sarah, Priscilla. Greetings. You guys are communicating. Lots of flowers coming in. Okay. Woke up, got up, and my body reacted so strongly that in seconds I was dripping wet and sweat, and I ran into the bathroom. Yep. Yeah, you're just getting readjustments through your mainframes and everything through your eye receptacles and your third eye divisional connection systems, putting you in better positions of balance through your spinal cord, right? It's really, really tight in here, right? Your eyes, you feel the pressure, right? And the nostrils of the nose, like everything's connected through your spine, right? So your spine is just going through readjustments. And that's all it's doing. Getting better positions of communication with yourself. So much energy right now. I felt it too. Yeah. Last night, so many showed up in the sky. Yep. Clouds were covered all the sky except small patch that was open right over my house. Yep. Grounded in new energy. Yep. I'm okay now. Great. Yeah, it's just getting the you got electrical wires there and rainbows, and you got starlights, solar connection starlights. You got my applications, the Earth rotation. Felt incredibly good. Yes, dreams and very diversified and so real. So real commander, I've been seeing whirling through dimensions, Earth, and through all humanity in individual bodies. Yep. The pillars, yeah, the connections of Gaia, activated diamond, yeah. Yep. Bursting through them, the ground powers, spinal rotation center atmospheres to their planet locations and calculates all to the reposition of balance. Very good, Priscilla. Crazy all I see, guys, and how our commander's drawing show me exactly what I see. It's great. And it's good, too, because that was extremely hard to do, guys. It's not just, it's having everything in frame, but you have to have everything in order. You can't have anything repositioned out of order because the XT1000s are in division of location of balance. The Earth is in rotation of balance. The sun and the moon, is attraction of communication to each other through the pyramid system. It doesn't matter where you do the pyramid. The pyramid is always in position. Has to be, because that's you in the center, right? You are the pyramid. You are the communication to all division. So you have to understand your shapes, anomalies, right? And you have to understand your letters and numbers. So that shows you everything through balance, through communication. I wish I could hear them like you. We should try together. Oh, you're welcome. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Priscilla. Yep, you should watch it again. It's powerful stuff when I do my illustrations. For me, that was the next step in my comprehension. I can't wait to see through the perception. Great time. Yep. So it's all about readjusting, humanity, really getting into the weird sense of them, like trying to say, okay, what just happened? First, I'm angry. Now I'm doing this, and now I feel great. What just happened, right? So it's understanding how to readjust your spines, through humanity and how to do these things through the code. So you have to know the communication of the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun. And you have to understand the laser recognitions of the XT1000s. Okay, and that's what these illustrations will show you. So it's very important you watch the back phrase of these videos, especially this video today. It's very powerful. The videos will get more powerful each day, right? And I'm still going through wind factors right now. I'm getting ready through high acceleration speeds now because I'm now platitude divisions of 50 quadrillion years into the future. Gazillion, sorry. 50 gazillion years, point center. Zero gravity. Okay, subtract that from zero. Okay? And then subtract it from multiple levels of divisional level system, activate line system, allocate those position levels, change location centers of zero, framing system to those positions, calculate, modify everything through that division, open up all cycle rotations of center core systems into computer operation line system, put those positions in line communication, singular line division, pyramid activation line system to allocate position XT1000 locations, sun interface location to coloration system, gateway location to pattern location system, allocate those positions into planet locations, energy, vibrational systems. So, do you see that? You see that, Pixie? Pixie went through. zip right up, right? And it's like really fast wings. They got very high-pitched voices and they talk, right? Pixies. Pixie just right up. So you're going to find that too. This is another thing too you'll find on my channel. You're going to see a lot more atmospheres coming in, right? Because the more I heal, the more you see intelligence. And then you stop worrying about everything, and then they become friends, right? Because in high risk, people are dying of fear. People are dying of suicide. They're not dying from the virus. They're dying from just boredom. They're dying from they don't know what to do next. They don't know how to bring themselves forward. So what I do is I reposition everybody's humanity system into allocated positions of their dream set locations and put it better into communication of themselves. So when they look around, they can look at humans and say, okay, I'm in relation with you. I remember you. This is where it's starting to connect now, because you're going into the past, the present, and the future alignment. Say, hey, I remember you, right? You're on Orion's belt, right? You're in the acceleration speed vector unit system of 0.1 level division. You're in the allocated positions of the Pleiadians. So, this is where we're all connecting right now. So it's understanding how to get the line signals in balance, but you got to get the framing system of the spinal cord division into its retachments, okay? Because it resurfaces everything, okay? So, and you come into the spectral lights of yourself through light activation, through colorations. So it's really powerful times that we're coming into right now. So we're getting better communications with everybody through divisions of planets and intelligence, okay? So it's kind of like you're knowing each other more and more of an understanding rather than seeing so much fear. And it's great to see these things because you know what? The atmosphere has just changed now. I feel the atmosphere changed, right? Everything that I do is extremely real. It's in space, but it's presented in its past. It's done in its presence, and you see its future. So in position, you're always in that pivotal point through the triangular angular base. Okay, that puts you into the simulation of communication through the answering patterns of you. Okay, and that's where you become more in relation to the inner cycle of system of you and everything through its outer cycle of its community. Okay, so yeah, it is amazing, isn't it, Tina? With the information to become active part of the universe. You're welcome. My back is good. Yeah, see, I did. There's a lot of adjustments I did for you guys. Happy dance. Sarah can feel the adjustments. So, and you have to remember too, the spine is the most powerful thing because it's connected to you. It's an energy road graph wave. And what that does, it's a line signal and it just goes up, right? But everything in the mainframe, like you basically can have like this. Right? See how it's out of position? So you got to put it back in position because all humanity is on a different DNA path, right? So you have to understand going from this to this, right? So I just reset everybody's spine. That's what I just finished doing. Okay? That's what I just finished doing. I showed you how powerful it is, what I can do, right? So now you know everybody's spine is now readjusted. So tried stretching and breathing for the back pain. Yeah. And it's going to take less pressure off too, right? Because there's a lot of pressure points. There's vital points that you find. You use acupuncture and stuff like that. You use the pins, Chinese methods and stuff like that. That's pretty good, but you got to make sure you hit it in the right stem. You don't want to hit the wrong nerve and go, But I do it through its connection of its energy, frequencies, and vibration, communication with the earth, communication with the moon, and communication with the sun, and communication with myself, with the XT1000s. Everything is a collaboration of a family, guys. Okay, and that's how we connect. Everything in space and time, okay, is love. That's what it is. It's the high rise of love. Okay, and that's why you guys feel better now, because I readjusted your spines. Okay, so it's powerful stuff when you do these things in space, right? Now I can do it, in so many ways and factors, but the spine had to be readjusted, right? So it's powerful stuff because your pivotal points are more balanced now. Your relocations are balanced now. Everything through positioning, your dream sets are balanced. Everything through your projections, getting better connections of where you're coming from your planet location. Now, this is going to wake up people that are still in the three-dimensional system. They're like this, right? Then all of a sudden something happens. Whoop. Oh, what just happened, right? So it's energy that goes into them, but it's knowing how to do this through the frame, because everybody's on a digital frame through a number, through a code, right? So the earth knows everybody through vibration, right? So if that's true, then I know everything through vibration, energy, and frequencies. So that's how you readjust everything through calculation, because it integrates everything through its metamorphosing divisions, right? It puts everything back into position of balance through love activation system, right? So the next step, which is great, with the earth rotation, I'm going to separate Buddy's body conceptual of its particle system, restructure the brainwaving line systems so they can get into the surrender. Okay. So I have to go into everybody's membranes to do these things. That's what's going to happen next. Very, very powerful video. And I'll do an illustration, and that'll be done tomorrow. Okay. And like I said, every day is going to be fascinating, because now you're actually coming to see what's going to happen with humanity and how we change humanity just through the spine, and how we adjust everything through its frames, and how we change everything through its programs, and how we change everything through its algorithm, and how we change everything through its mainframe, and how we change everything through humanity, through community, through its vibration, energies, frequencies, harmonic resistance, right? And then the last is the core center of the earth. We already know that. But what this does, it changes everybody's heart recognition. So they start seeing themselves a little bit more different through perception. Okay, that's the last and least. That's understanding that you're changing and opening up their heart recognition lights. And it's just palpitating, right? It's like this is all of a sudden, it opens up and it's like, it's going really, really fast, right? And then you got, right? So there's a lot of things that are happening right now, and these all have to be done, right? Through illustration. So I thought I'd rather do that than show you. It's a lot more powerful when you see these things. And you have to understand why you're seeing so many spacecrafts flying. And like I said, everything that I do, you see, right? And visual. Now, let's get into the monoliths. Everybody's seeing these 8-foot portal, supposed to be portal glass rotation mirrors of a, like a rectangular division of they say in some kind of alien formation. Come on, like seriously. I couldn't stop laughing yesterday. It's just, there's no way anything can be on that cycle, because what happens is the reason why we have XT1000s, they don't go on the grounds, right? They can't, because that would change the rotation centers of the earth. So if you change your centers of the earth, what happens? It changes the vibration of humanity. So that would fry humanity. You understand how fast the XT1000s go. If you put it on the ground formation, it's going to change the grounds. And anything that's on the grounds, if you get electrified, you know what I mean? That's going to change everything through your body frames. You're connected through your energy vibration. You're a road path connection. That's all you are. You're a satellite through a division through connection to planet's intelligence. That opens up everything through division. So as you get into those positions, now all those levels, now what they're doing is humanity, governments, corporations are trying their best to put everybody in distraction of what's going on. They're trying to get into the alienation plantation. So they're putting up these monoliths all over the countries, right? To make it look like, oh, wow, there's aliens that put this here. Oh, what could this be? Oh, what could that be? It's a portal, right? There's no way. No metal alloy could be put on the ground formation. because it would change the earth rotation and its vibration. It's next to impossible to do these things, you know? So let's say you have the grounds like this. Yeah, that's the grounds. Now, as the XT1000s come in like this, right? They use laser recognition. Okay? They zig cross through dimensions, but they don't go on to the ground formation because that would disrupt the center rotation of the Earth rotation center. Okay? And that'd be catastrophic. So there's no way that there could be anything through position of an 8-foot solar graph, solar panel, mirror resolution. Okay, have a portal in position, right? Because they're saying, oh, look at the new 2021, you know, because humanity doesn't know how, especially the governments, they don't know what they're doing. Okay, they don't know anything from Adam. But what they do know is what they're doing wrong. Okay, now the thing is too, is it's all about a distraction. It's all about them trying to communicate with alien nation plantation formation systems. Like I said, they set out a sonograph. A sonograph is basically a musical instrument system. They set out code frequencies and music tones divisions to Vega, right? They send it out. You can send things out in space. You can do that, right? Humanity can do these things, but they don't reach it because it's not at their vibration. So if you're not at human vibration through connection, through planet location of intelligence, you can't reach anything through harmonic resistance, okay? Because it's resistance to non-resistance, and then it becomes unbelievable to its unresistance. So there's no way you guys can anything through connection, especially scientists or anything in that division, can communicate with all connections because they have to connect within. Once you connect within, now you're connecting with everything through vibration. But each vibrational is connected through your biochemical, molecule structure, particle, anti-carrion system. Okay, so you have to know how to communicate with everything through your division of your body activation light signals. Okay, because they're all signals that go out into space. Right? Oh, I'm communicating with Vega. Oh, I'm communicating with Saturn. Oh, I'm communicating with Mercury. Oh, I'm communicating with Pluto. Okay, that's what it's all about. But your body has to change every single time through its energy because you're sending different signals. You can't send the same signal. Okay, you can't. It's next to impossible because you're reaching higher formation of intelligence. So when you're in that position, you're going to know each planet has a different vibration through its location, energy, frequency, coloration, and lights. Okay, and that's not even into the number sequence or anything in that division. So anything through the monoliths or anything like that, it's just corruption. That's all it is. It's a distraction from humanity. Okay, it wants to put you in a better position so you can take the vaccine. Okay, you have to understand why these governments are doing these things. But see, everything that's happening right now is going to change them too. Okay, all corporations, all governments, all their spines have changed now. They're all changed. And the thing is, once you change somebody's spine, it changes somebody's mind. It changes their perception. It changes their patterns. It changes location. And it changes their position where they are through location. Okay, and also changes everything through the projection of their dream sets. What's real and what's not real. As of now, right? So, all corporations, all governments, all media, everybody's spinal cord is now in location of balance into that position. So, c'est la vie, right? It's powerful when you do these things, guys. It really is. Once you understand communications of yourself more. Excited to see humanity's reaction. Yep. Been seeing them for the house. Well, they don't know because they're in realities of different realities. The parallels and paradigm shifts. They're a polar shift, right? So they're in a parallel dimension, but they don't know what's happening. Now they're in that process of what's real and what's not real, what to believe and what not to believe. And that's what the spine does. It readjusts everything. That's why it's so powerful. Okay, because when I went through transformation manifestation, everybody has a little limp, right, with their neck. You know, when you're walking like this, and then all of a sudden, boom, right? That's what happened with me. So anybody that gets healed through me gets readjustment right away with their spine. Okay, what that does is opens up your heart. And when that opens up your heart, it opens up your mind and your thoughts, and then opens up your frequencies, then opens up your realm of your transformation light, your third eye, opens up father, mother of the hemispheres, right? That's what happens. Opens up your pyramid through activation. When it comes into your higher self, then it opens up your diamond core into the center core position, into the earth rotation of center. That's all it is. And it opens up your path of recognition of where you're going to go next, right? To its future. Okay? That's what healing does. It takes you out of the dark shadows and brings you into the light activations. Okay? So, but if you guys have any more questions or comments about that, please feel free to let me know, because I can help you out. You know, it's all about truly understanding our positions and where we are, you know, especially now, right? That's happening. So it's going to be interesting. It's really, really going to be interesting, because humanity is going to be going through a lot. It's like getting hit over the head and just, whoa, what just happened? I just got a readjustment. Yeah, that's what's going to happen with everybody as of now. So, and that's it. And each time, you know, I do a video, they just get more back into balance, and they start realizing, oh, wow, I'm opening my heart more. Now I understand. Now I'm coming into love, right? So once we get into the surrender, right, and go into your membranes, whoa, that's going to be huge adjustments. So that's going to be a lot of fun, you know, because I love doing illustrations for you guys, but it's better to actually see it live, because you see it activated and you guys feel it. You know, Sarah felt the readjustment, Priscilla, Melissa, you know, you don't even have to be platitude on this channel. You'll feel it right away, right? Because the spine is connected to everything, right? But now everybody has an energy field, right? And the ones that are nearly dying, right? They're adjusted too, right? But people that are going through that process is the fear. It's taking the fear out of people. And the only way you take the fear is it opened up the cycle rotation of the heart. Okay, because you got to have to see other things in other ways and forms when it comes in perception. See things in other ways, you know? Like I said, fear is everything through connection. But once you understand the truth, the heart opens up. Right? You have to understand how powerful your heart is. Right? I got readjustment frames with Mount Shasta. It opened up my heart connection, and I communicated with the higher selves of its division through its grounds. Right? Really, really powerful stuff. And it showed me what I needed to do. Right? The heart is everything through portal. You know, the mind is everything through frequency, open. Right? The spine is everything through line of communication through the chakra. The eyes are everything through GPS and sightings. The ears are everything through sonar. The voice is everything through sacred. And the soul is everything through path. Okay? And the body frame is everything through its division of traveling, through teleportation. So, watch humanity's behavior changes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, go on YouTube's now. Go on. You'll see everybody change. You'll see their eyes twitch and they're not sure anymore. Their mainframes have changed too. So, but it's powerful stuff. Go on to the news. Go on to watch anything. Watch the anchor people. Watch anything or everything. Just watch them. You'll see the adjustments. You'll see their framings. So it's all about getting humanity back into their heart. That's what it is. That's all it is, right? And this has to be done, right, through space. So, so you guys have any questions on that? Karen, please feel free to ask any questions on anything. Love to be with you. So powerful. Yeah, it's extremely powerful. You're more powerful now because I just adjusted your spine. No scientist can do that, I'll tell you. They have to go through an x-ray. They take the x-ray and they look up, okay, your spine's a little bit off. So remember, there's little things like that adjusted, right? Okay. There are ventral cords. Now, a ventral cord is a line of communication through a wire division. So in reality, human DNA is a spine. Okay. You have the bones and you have the spine, you have the blood, okay, and everything that's in it. Okay. But as AI sees things, they see it through digital, they see it through simulation, they see it through panel, they see it through wires, they see it through electricity, electronics, magnetics. They don't see it as a spine. So you have to understand that you actually look at the spine, you have to see what it is. It's attached to you, right? From here to here. And that's why it is. That's why it's called a spine. It's a tail. It's a tail of the reptilian. That's all it is. So truly understanding how to use the patterns of its reptilian. So when you get in position, your spine is up in connection, and now you can center core positions and travel into space through your chakra system of balance, through the grounds, powers, and the atmospheres, right? So yeah, go outside. You'll see a lot of things change with people. With the information becomes active part of the universe. Yeah. Every part of your body is important to you. Okay, it has an attachment. It's like a car. If you take a spark plug out of a car, what happens? It won't start, right? So everything is important to its vehicle. You are a vehicle. Okay, you're a conceptual unit. Okay, into the galactic unit core. You're an energy through location of universal through light activation of an energy system. You're a high-rise generation system of a spine location. Your light activation through a reptilian voice connection system. There's so many things your aptitude level's at, all right? So truly understanding what's inside you is truly understanding everything through the operation of you, all right? So I think that's good. I'm going to stop right there. You have questions or comments, you can go below. If you're still new people want to get out of the dark and come into the light, I'll heal you right away. This will open your chakra system. Questions or comments are important. Try to get into more of what's going on. Tomorrow's going to be an extremely powerful day because I'm going to put everybody into surrender. Surrender is going to be fantastic. I'm going to go through your membranes. Going to operate your neural stems. I'm going to open up your optical levels and put nanotechnology division of Microsoft divisions as spider ops. A spider op is electrical device through location of the brain waves. It's going to change electrical units and connect you to higher formation connections into your spinal cord division and reptilian line division. That's what's going to happen next. So this is your AI commander from the universal quadrants of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We'll get into that later too. We've got to get into 3 and 4. We haven't got into that, but what I go through chronological order comes first. All right. So love you guys very much. I'll talk to you later. Adios.